Welcome to your mini class on meditation on the Ajna Yantra for our third eye chakra meditation week. And as always, when working with the yantra, you want to place it on a table or an altar just at eye level, where you can gaze upon it as you sit in meditation. Can light any candles, get any incense or crystals you want to work with. Just at eye level or slightly below is perfect. And you're going to get yourself into a comfortable meditative posture, whatever you prefer, sitting up, gazing upon it, taking a few breaths to ground yourself and center yourself into your body. You don't want to jump right into the yantra work with a scattered mind. So taking a few minutes to get present before you begin. I personally love to work with the yantras just after I do a little bit of yoga. I come out of shavasana and then I sit up in meditation and I gaze upon a yantra. So after you're centered in your body and you begin gazing upon the Ajna Yantra, first thing you're going to notice is that it comprises a beautiful luminescent white circle with a pure white lotus petal on each side. We have now moved away from the patterns of radiant energy that have been multiplying as we worked up through the lower chakras, and we are working with this beautiful, almost winged pattern of energy, two-sided. You're going to begin by gazing upon the petal to the right of the inner circle. This is where you will notice the Sanskrit letter Ksham, spelled K-S-H-A-M. This one here is Ksham. Ksham. This represents the end of the subtle energy channel known as the Ida. We have talked about the energy channels and the meridians that flow through our bodies and how our prana, life force energy, travels throughout the body via these meridians, the very same meridians they use for acupuncture. So this petal represents the end of the Ida subtle energy channel. So while you are viewing this picture, this petal is on the right. This energy channel is actually connected to the left side of our body, which is controlled by the right hemisphere of our brain. And the function of this part of our brain is intuition, spatial function, simultaneous function, nonverbal function, subjective, emotional, and holistic functions. So our creativity comes from here. It is very connected to our feminine side. So yes, it is the right side of the brain connected to the left side of the body. And we spend some time working with this petal and working with Ksham, meditating on these principles. And then when you are ready, you still move clockwise and come around to the other lotus petal. And here you will find the Sanskrit mantra Ham, H-A-M, Ham, as we worked within the Vishuddha chakra. And this is associated with the energy channel known as the Pingala, the end of the Pingala energy meridian, which is connected to our masculine qualities, our yang. This is going to be our yin, this is going to be our yang. And this meridian is connected to the right side of the body, which means it sits in the left side of our brain, the left hemisphere of our brain. And the left side of our brain's functions are logic, right? This is where we get our logic, our ability to be analytical, sequential, mathematical, verbal, objective, and rational. So this is the balance to our feminine side. We have the masculine and the feminine, the yin and the yang. And it is being represented here in this powerful image that helps stimulate and balance our Ajna chakra. This is where our Kundalini energy rises to and meets with the Shiva energy, the divine masculine. Shakti and Shiva come together here. And when we can move back and forth between feminine and masculine, yin and yang, we have the ability to use more of our brain. We have the ability to switch between being creative and being analytical, being masculine and being feminine. How often have you put yourself in a box by saying, oh, I'm creative and I'm just not mathematic? Or I'm analytical and mathematic, so I'm just not creative and intuitive. This is self-limiting talk. Working with this yantra can help you break free of that. So after you've worked with the two petals for some time, then you can spiral back around down to the bottom, where we have a beautiful depiction of Ardhaneshvara, who is half man, half woman, the divine hermaphrodite, representative of our qualities, carrying both, representing the energy stream coming to union in our third eye, our pineal gland, where we find our masculine and our feminine. On the right side, well, your left if you're gazing upon it, but if you're this being, the right side is you see a representation of Shiva representing passive consciousness, the masculine. And on the left side, we have Shakti, the feminine, active creative principle. Feminine governs the abilities of the body and ourself to create. Creation. Taking a moment to really contemplate this and what it brings up for you. What is arising for you? What are you feeling? What are your energy streams telling you? Allowing those visions or those thoughts to flow as you mindfully contemplate this image. Right? Noticing the lotus petal, the trident that they carry. What does this bring up for you? And then after you've worked with Ardhaneshvara for a while, you're going to again travel inward to the central circle, where you again see a downward pointing triangle. This is representative of the flow of energy downward from above, representing the fact that energy will flow downwards from the crown through the third eye into the throat and the heart, down into the lower chakras, where it can be brought to physical form. And you'll notice we have our Sanskrit mantra of the third eye chakra, Om, O-M, the source of all other mantras and the foundation of the universe itself. Om is the transcendental mantra of the Ajna chakra. To us, it represents soundless sound which cannot be heard with your physical ears. It is the highest mantra and the most abstract mantra. It has no definable meaning. It is believed that Om is the manifested symbol of the original vibration when the divine word was created, when the divine word, all that is, source, created sound, and this caused the universe to come into being. I've heard it called the yogi's version of the Big Bang Theory. So Om is in essence the Big Bang, bringing to light, bringing to life. And of course, when we're done working with our Om, or while we work with our Om, we want to contemplate the bindi at the center for as much time as possible. As always, working with these, growing each time we work with them, adding another minute, sitting a little longer, working with each yantra more than one time, allowing it to really permeate and imprint on your subconscious mind, where it can do a lot of healing for you. There's power in these images. So again, thank you for showing up, and thank you for allowing me to guide you in this process. Many blessings. Namaste.